Hello, my nerds. Hold on. There we go. Trying to get the glare to go away. So, final book of Circle Opens Quartet. As before, I have not been able to read it. It's not available in my library apps. And I swear this glare just hates me some days. And, so I'm just going to go with what I can remember. And like I've said before many times, it's not that these aren't really complex books, so it should be easy for me. It's pretty easy for me to remember most of what happens. So we're following Chisana. She's the final of the four. She and her teacher Niclaren Goldeneye, or Nico, are in the city-state of Therios, which is far to the south of Emelon, and they're there to attend a magical conference that is talking about wind scrying. This is a skill that Triss is interested in, and she actually starts to practice it, and she even is able to use it in the book. Let's see. One day, Triss is walking around the one of the districts of the city. It's the Glassblowers district. She's a collector of knowledge. Really, she's really interested in just knowing a bunch of different things. And so she's had it's not something that's been discussed in the other books, but it's stated that she's had an interest in glass blowing for a while now, because she loves the idea of basically taking a ball of molten glass and turning into a beautiful work of art. So she's walking along Glassblowers district, and she sees all this magic just being sucked away from down the street into this one shop. So she goes into the shop, goes into the back where a man is working, and she finds Kethloon Warder, otherwise known as Keth, and he's blowing into a ball, and all this magic is going into it, and it becomes a living dragon that later becomes called Chime. I can't really say how big it actually is. I mean, I don't really picture it being that big, so maybe about the size of a kitten, maybe. I don't really know. I can't really remember how big they stated it is. But anyway, Chime is alive, and Keth goes into a rage because it's not what he wanted, and he tries to kill her. Triss stops him. So, and she kind of admonishes him for bringing all this magic in, and he doesn't really know what she's talking about. She leaves, and Keth, and kind of from Keth's perspective, you kind of find out a little bit about him. He was a journeyman glassblower up in Namorn, and he was really good. He was actually kind of, even though he had like a speck of glassblowing magic, he was really talented. His life was on track. He was engaged to a wealthy heiress. He was basically being groomed, becoming head of the Glassblowers Guild. Then one night he gets struck by lightning, and after months of recovery, he's having trouble. He's making mistakes. He's not his skill isn't as it used to be, and so he's trying to. So he basically convinces his family to let him journey. Maybe journeying will help him, focus again, to get back to how his life was before. And so yeah, he finds himself down in Therios, where he has a relative and who set up at the shop. So he works at the shop and kind of does personal projects in exchange. He lives in kind of the entertainment district of the city, which is a big moneymaker for the city. A lot of tourists come there. It's very beautiful, supposedly. I can't remember how it's really described, but it's a popular place, and he lives there. He's friends with some dancers. He actually lives in a, oh, it's not real, is it, I suppose it can be considered like an inn. I can't remember what the official name is. But, yeah, he lives at an inn that houses mostly dancers, and he's friends with them. And, well, he thinks about what Triss says about, you know, his magic. Like, he's known about his glassblowing magic, but, you know, apparently he might have, other kind of magic. So he goes to the magic hall and gets tested. Well, they send him back and forth between weather mages, and which I thought was rare, but apparently that not, because there's several of them. He goes between glassblowing mages and weather mages, bouncing back and forth. He's getting pissed. And finally they bring in Nico because they can't figure out what the hell kind of magic he has. He looks at him and says, "Ah, you're a lightning mage." And I should point out that because of lightning strike, he is afraid of lightning. So, but, and therein lies another problem. Lightning mages are rare. So it was stated in the previous one that weather mages were, in the previous quartet, that weather mages were rare. Now it's saying that, now it's kind of showing that, oh no, there's a few weather mages, but apparently lightning mages are rare. So, I don't know which one it is. Anyway, Triss kind of has her hands full because Keth is in his 20s. Like, I think early 20s? Early to mid 20s. Either way, he's older than this 14-year-old girl, and he thinks he knows everything. So she kind of has a battle on her hands, but she's very patient with him, which is kind of odd because Triss isn't really known for her patience. She's known for her, you know, anger. She's known for her rages. She's known for not having the best temper. But she's really, really patient with him and tries to teach him. And while this is going on, there is a killer on the loose who is targeting the dancers of this city, and he's strangling them with a scarf. I can't remember if it's yellow. I think it's yellow. So he's strangling them with I remember now. He strangles them with a yellow scarf because it's something that they wear as a sign of them being dancers. I remember that. I think I remember that now. I think that's correct. I'm trying to remember. Like I said, it's been a while, but I think that was a thing. So he's strangling them with yellow scarves, and so yeah, that's basically kind of the story. It's really kind of a cat and mouse thing going on, trying to teach Keth his lightning magic, trying to catch the killer, and really not much else to tell. There's a little bit of heartache in this book for a few of the characters that you kind of have to deal with. Triss not only starts teaching Keth how to work his magic. One of the dancers that is killed leaves behind a daughter that Triss kind of starts taking care of, you know. Her name is Glacky, I think. Glackus. I can't remember. So Triss is trying to take care of the girl, trying to teach Keth, trying to catch a killer. A lot of different things going on, and so yeah, like I said, it's a great conclusion to the series. If only because, you know, it is the ending of the series. I kind of wish that, you know, the book had ended with them coming together. Now, they do come together again in The Circle Opens, which I thought was going to be kind of like a standalone book. It's called The Will of the Empress, but apparently it is a quartet. They do come back together for Will of the Empress, and then I think there's more books in that quartet, but I have not read them. So, there is one more book to discuss concerning these four. And so I think maybe I'll talk about that book. Who knows? Kind of depends. But, yeah. So, I think that's it. You guys know what to do. And I'm going to catch you all later. Hopefully I can get this uploaded. Like I said, I'm kind of using a Wi-Fi of a truck stop. So, you guys be good.